Thanks for joining me tonight. My simple, humble dinner. Here's to you. Homemade cherry soda, made with my soda stream and some pure cherry juice. Gonna have some clam chowder tonight with grilled cheese. Oh, that's so good. And I always put one slice of ham on the grilled cheese and load it up with cheese so the cheese squishes out of the sandwich. And then the cheese gets kind of like burned. You can see where it's spilled over. And I like it kind of spilled over onto the pan. And then I always pick the cheese off. The burnt stuff. Like that. And eat it like a chip. Oh my gosh, that's so good. It's Vermont cheddar. Incredible. So you get 12 grain bread. And I dip it in my soup. So good. Humble little dinner. Got the shovels ready, the salt ready. A nor'easter coming in tonight, starting at about... Actually, they said it's going to be starting between 8 and 9 tonight. Got the salt out, some sand, the shovels, the snow brushes, the ice chopper. And I'm going to have everything ready for tomorrow morning. Tonight, of course, I'll be in the Van Gogh room. But I thought a nice dinner would be a cup of soup and grilled cheese. Some folks might recognize this bowl, little soup bowl, and the little plate that comes on. A gift from Roger and Dana from Northwoods Beard. Let me get a little bit more of this, then I want to get onto my topic. Oh, that is so good. I haven't had clam chowder in so long. Who are the Buzzkills in your life? Who are the people? Identify the people and the scenarios, the situations that snuff your creativity. You know, everybody was made to be creative. Everybody. That doesn't mean everybody's going to be a painter or a sculptor or an artist. We usually think of creativity in forms of art. But creativity also has to do with cell biology, microbiology, being creative in your hypotheses, being creative in your work. If you're a scientist doing chemical work all day and looking through a microscope. If you're an engineer looking for solutions, materials testing. If you're an architect, creativity is not just for musicians and artists. It's for everybody. You were born to create. You were not born to do something and then someone gives you $1. And when you stop doing something, they stop giving you $1. You were meant to create something. And somehow we've been dumbed down by society that when we go to sleep at night, the earning stops. Let me take another bite. How nice is it when you wake up and check your statistics, your analytics, with whatever you do, any kind of internet work? Of course, the medevac helicopter is hovering over my house. I guess they didn't get the memo that I'm doing a video today. But as soon as I set up a camera, helicopters, cats start crunching on food, the doorbell rings, the phone will ring, and if it's summertime, the landscapers will be walking right in front of the camera with weed whackers. Crazy, right? Do you have buzzkills in your life? Do you have people and scenarios that keep you from creating, keep you from being original? For those of you that write, you know this to be true, and those of you that are artists. And unfortunately, we usually equate or pair up creativity with the arts. People have to go away on a writer's retreat, an artist's retreat. You escape to write, you escape. What if your life, all by itself, without having to escape, was inspiring? What if you lived a life where you woke up inspired? Can you imagine that? Are you hungry enough to pursue that? On the days that I'm not cutting hair, I don't wake up and say, damn it, I gotta make a video today, or I gotta make 5 videos today. That, my friend, has never happened to me, ever. You are creative and you don't even know it. You were born to create. I know you might not think so. For those of you that have the creative bone in your body, I don't have to convince you of that. I'm talking to the other people that are watching this video. There are people that sap the creativity right out of you, just suck it out of you. In the same way, working in a mall and doing retail sucks your very soul out of you. There's people and scenarios in your life, whether you invite them into your life or you just happen to be in that situation, that suck the creativity out of your life. They take all the mental wandering away. I say dream. I say wander. I say daydream. I say take notes. I say make big goals that people are going to laugh at. Because it's in your creativity where you're going to find happiness, where you're going to find fun, where you're going to find fulfillment, where you're going to find accomplishment. When you create something. There's nothing, I was talking to someone the other day, who the heck was it? About growing lettuce and carrots and onions and tomatoes and then making a salad from vegetables that you grew. And you have like this little grin on your face, like, I grew this. I grew this. And you know what? The salad that you grew, those vegetables that you grew, taste so much better, don't they? It's incredible. In the same way, your career and your life purpose, which is not supposed to end at 62. Whoever said you're supposed to retire at 62? I know people that say 6 years, 5 months, 2 hours, and 25 minutes before I retire. It's countdown. And then do what? I will tell you right now that the average person lives 7 years beyond retirement. Most people in the United States, that is, retire at 62. The average age of dying after retiring is 69, believe it or not. You need to stay busy. You need to stay active. Never plan on retiring, even if you plan on working 20 years, 25 years, or whatever for your company. When you're done with that, do something else. Because I've always said the three biggest causes of death are doctors, no offense to doctors, stupidity, doctors let me just elaborate. Doctors in the sense that, here, try this medication for 30 days, or 60 days, or 90 days. And I'll see you in 3 months, and then we'll take your blood pressure again, and we'll see how things work out. So you just become a human guinea pig to see if stuff works out. Rather than eliminate salt, lose weight, walk a mile a day, I'd rather just write you a script. And then when you get sick, and I just spent 3 days inpatient in a hospital with people who don't give a crap about you. I don't care what anyone says about that. I was in the healthcare field. I know what I'm talking about. People who don't give a damn about you taking care of you. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. You get by if you're strong. I can't imagine having major surgery, and some of you have. And some of you have had good care. Some of you have wondered how you even made it out of the ER, or the recovery room, or the OR. Cause number 2 of death, stupidity. Stupidity. Doctors, stupidity. Here, I'll use this crate, this milk crate, as a stool because I can't reach up there. I'll use this chair. And then you step on it, whoops, crash. Stupidity. I'll just drill this hole with no protective eyewear on. I'll just squirt a little more lighter fluid on this charcoal. Stupidity. Second leading cause of death. Third leading cause of death. Retirement. Retirement. You were not meant to retire. You were not meant to do nothing. You were meant to create. From the moment that you could start creating until you can stop creating, that's what you were meant to do. There's no such thing as, I'll retire and then I'll relax. You'll sleep when you're dead. You'll sleep when you're dead. Doctors, stupidity, retirement. You're supposed to be creative right up until your last day. And then, as Dr. Andrew Weil says, then the rapid onset of age-related conditions, and your body fails, and you pass away. That's how you're supposed to live life. You're not supposed to live your life the last 20 or 30 years going to a doctor every 2 weeks, unless you have a chronic illness and something that needs to be looked after, and then your life is being prolonged artificially, which I have nothing against. I'm not hammering anyone in the medical profession in any way. You were meant to create. And did you notice that when you were on vacation, when you were out somewhere in nature, when you are in an environment that's clean, neat, orderly, not chaotic, not visually chaotic, not surrounded by chaotic people criticizing you and ragging your ass, you don't need that. Did you notice you get creative when you're in a situation like that? And the reason why you're not in a situation like that, I wish I could just hold a mirror up right now so you could see yourself. You're the reason why you're not in a situation where your creativity is encouraged. I've been there. Remember, I used to say, beware of ruts. Some can be 10 years long, even 20 years. It's time to get moving. 2017 is the year you get unstuck. I'm sitting here at the cozy nook, having a humble grilled cheese sandwich and a bowl of soup with an oil lamp, getting ready for a winter storm. The house is quiet. I've been contemplating things all day. I go back to work, to cutting hair on Wednesday. Tomorrow I'll be shoveling snow for half the day. But I'll be making videos as well, working on my Amazon, working on my YouTube, working on my multiple streams of income, because if one income stream stops, I'm not panicking. Like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Never, ever put yourself in a place where you have to panic. Ever. Not a good situation. Never. Let me go back to my soup for a second. I notice that if I don't push my beard back, I end up with food. Stuff dripping down. Boy, that's good. It seems like I only have soup in the fall and winter. Grilled cheese, I can eat that year round. Every day. I put on 7 pounds this winter because I'm not active enough outside. 7 pounds. Can't believe it. It'll come off just like that, though. I have till June to get back to my weight. It's no one's fault but my own. "2017 is the year you get unstuck. It's the year that you form an LLC. It's the year that you have a little side business, a little side hustle. If you've been with me for the past year, you've watched the dialogue of me encouraging you to be self-sufficient financially, logistically, emotionally, mentally. Never put yourself in a vulnerable situation with your heart. Never pine. Man, I've spent years pining in the past. I grieved my divorce. It was amazing when I should have moved on. I lingered too long. It's like when you get a scrape on your knee and you keep ripping off the Band-Aid to see what the scar looks like. And your parent would say, stop messing around with it or it will never heal. So when you dwell on things, when it comes to emotions and relationships that are no longer, you're not giving yourself a chance to heal. You keep playing with that thing, that scenario, and looking at pictures, and looking at old love letters, and daydreaming, and dreaming, and talking, and stalking, and all that stuff. It's not good. As one person said to me a long time ago, have the funeral. I said, what do you mean? Take everything that they ever gave you, no matter how expensive it is. Take everything that represents that relationship, bring it in the backyard, put it in a pit, or on the charcoal grill. Doesn't matter what it is. Put it in a pile, squirt lighter fluid on it, light it. Let it all go up in flames and watch it burn. Do it safely, of course. If you can, where you are. Some people you can't have an open fire. And have the funeral. Say goodbye. There's something to be said about a definitive end to something. Where you say, goodbye. That's it. You're done. No more memorials. No more pining and whining and wishing. You're done. Move on. Jobs, relationships, geography, move on. You owe it to yourself because life is short. I hope that helps somebody who's watching this tonight. Not all of you will relate to this. I know that. Now let me finish my clam chowder and my grilled cheese sandwich. And I wish you well. Spend time by yourself, thinking. Create a cozy nook for yourself somewhere where you can just eat, read, sit by yourself. Even if there's noise and action around you, find a little place where you can get off by yourself. Sit by yourself, have your little notebook or your tablet or your laptop. And the more humble it is, the better. It doesn't have to be a high-tech man cave or girl cave. Because I know there's a lot of women that watch this channel as well. And the more humble the surroundings, the less distractions that there are, the more successful you're going to be in your planning your future. Your 2017, the year that you get unstuck.